See how the Tucson Annual Gem Show is keeping its precious minerals safe.
Hear what policies are in place at the school's library regarding homeless people.
And learn about a new way students are finding cheap transportation. All this and more tonight on Wildcast.
Live from the University of Arizona UATV studio, this is Wildcast.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Sarina Navarrete.
And I'm Danielle Carpenter. Thanks for joining us tonight.
The Tucson Annual Gem Show is back, and as one of Tucson's largest sources of outside income, the city is making sure the show is as secure as possible. Wildcast reporter Jackie Kent went down to see how some vendors feel about the show's security.
The annual Tucson Gem, Mineral, and Fossil Showcase is in full swing. It features vendors and businesses from all over the world.
It's a giant show, it's world-renowned, so we want to be in on the action.
The Gem Show is expected to bring in nearly $65 million to the local economy. More than 55,000 people are expected to attend the 41 different Gem Show locations across Tucson. Not only is the Gem Show Tucson's biggest money-making annual event, but the vendors here rely heavily on the showcase for a big chunk of their income.
It's probably about 20% or 25% of our yearly income, so just in a matter of a few weeks we can get from $50,000 to $100,000.
Most vendors say they feel their high-end products are secure.
$70 on that one.
Joseph Law has been here for 30 years. He says he's never had a problem leaving his gems and precious stones outside overnight.
I had a bin. I came back from breakfast and there was only one person here taking care of the place and it was missing. And so I called the police and I had motorcycle cops looking for this guy, and it turned out to be my Russian friend down the way.
We have really high security here. A lot of the policemen are coming here. It's not security guards, they're actually policemen, lieutenants and sergeants, and so they're walking the floor constantly.
Reporting from the South Side for Wildcast, I'm Jackie Kent.
And there's still time to check out the Gem Show. The event will run until February 16th. We have a full list of locations on our Facebook page at facebook.com/UATV3.
UAPD is now in search of a new police chief. One of the two candidates, Commander Greg Yaquin, has already presented at a town meeting at the Student Union. The other candidate, Brian Seastone, will be holding his meeting tomorrow. One of the main points Yaquin touched on was the controversy of whether or not guns will be allowed on campus. Yaquin is firmly against allowing weapons on school grounds and stated that it would cause chaos if multiple people started shooting at a gunman on campus and that it would not lead to a safe environment. There's also apparently a survey going on online on the UAPD website where you can actually vote and for the police chief and do a little survey.
Yeah, that's really useful for students and anybody who has anything to do with the campus. They should get a say in it. Officials at the Copenhagen Zoo in Denmark are under heavy criticism for killing a 2-year-old giraffe and feeding its remains to lions. The giraffe was put down, according to zoo staff, to prevent inbreeding despite a petition raised to save him and numerous offers to house or outright buy him. The public outcry is increasing, and zoo officials say they have even received death threats.
The Israeli government is looking to cut down on the country's stray cat population. Wildcast reporter Max Efren tells us what measures are being taken to achieve this goal.
Israel has what some call a problem. It is being overrun by cats.
They're just all over.
Estimates range as high as 2 million stray cats. That's one for every 4 people in Israel. They survive on trash and handouts and thrive in Israel's year-round warm weather.
We have a joke in our base that the cats eat better than us because they got like 5 meals a day and things like that.
Unlike in the U.S., where most feral cat populations are managed by killing the homeless animals, Israeli officials have been making a concerted effort to capture, neuter, and vaccinate stray cats and then return them to the location that they were captured.
We're not killing them, but we do prevent them to breed. If you will see a cat that was cutted over here, a small part of it, just to sign them, you know that they have been operated.
Israeli officials have recently devoted nearly $1.3 million to neutering about 45,000 feral cats before June. They hope this will significantly reduce the number of stray cat births for this year's spring breeding season. For Wildcast, I'm Max Effer.
After the break, hear about a new and affordable way students are getting around to Tucson.
Hi, it's David Hasselhoff, the Hawk. Get Hawk with UATV. Stay tuned. Don't change the dial.
People may tune out someone they see on a median trying to sell newspapers.
Those extra few hours of having to swipe your cat card to get in at night might be keeping non-U of A students out of the library.
And while some are traveling to Mexico for cheaper gas, others are forced to pay those high prices at the pump.
Students and parents are always invited to come cheer on the Wildcats.
We'll see you back here next week for another edition of Wildcast.
Welcome back. It's been a cool couple of weeks in Tucson, but it looks like the temperature may finally be heating up. We'll turn you over now to weather reporter Shay Sorensen for a look at this week's forecast. Shay?
Good evening, Wildcats. The high today in Tucson was 75 degrees, and if you think that is hot, just wait for this weekend. A ridge of high pressure to our south will be influencing temperatures starting tomorrow. The high is set at 77 degrees for Wednesday, and by Valentine's Day, temps will be red hot, heating up to a high of 85. On average, Tucson is at 68 degrees this time of year, but we might see record-breaking temperatures. The high for Saturday is 88, and the record is set at 85 for both Friday and Saturday, and we will potentially tie or break the records. The overnight lows for this week will be in the upper 40s to low 50s, so if you want to take your sweetheart stargazing on Friday night, the skies will be clear and it won't be too chilly. By Sunday, the high will drop down to 83, and we should be back in the upper 70s, low 80s by next week. That is all I have for you, Wildcats, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Shay. The University of Arizona Library is a public building, free for use by anyone. This includes Tucson's homeless population. Wildcast reporter Chelsea Hemphill took a look at what policies there are regarding sharing the space.
According to adzes.gov and college.nice.com, the University of Arizona is home to almost 30,000 Wildcats, and urban areas such as Tucson and Phoenix house over 85% of the homeless population. This means that areas such as the U of A naturally will have many transient or homeless people visiting.
We don't have a policy on homeless individuals. We are a state building, so we're open to the public because we're a state building. We're also a land-grant university, and as such we have to make our resources available to the public. We have to balance that with the needs of the students who are our primary customers, but we do make the resources available.
Here at the University of Arizona Library, only UA students, faculty, and staff members are allowed to come in the library and the ILC after 9 p.m. if they use their CAT cards. The library has a strict code of conduct on how UA students should act when in the library, and this can be found online. They also do thorough security checks from 9 at night to 7 in the morning to make sure that only University of Arizona students are using the facilities at this time, and to make sure everybody is abiding by the rules.
I know there are certain parameters since this is a place of higher education. Since I am not a student, you have to be mindful of the priorities here. Some of the general population can be very abrasive.
The homeless and transient population thrives in the city of Tucson because of the optimal outdoor living with the mild winters. The city of Tucson also has a great system for taking care of homeless by providing food, clothing, healthcare, and emergency shelter. Drugs are also cheap and bountiful in this area, and because of the crime, the homeless are usually not hassled by the police.
I actually carry a hand sanitizer because I think it's disgusting that the keyboards are being used by just everybody in general.
The library has 2 different contact options besides calling a librarian when in the library to report a problem. There is the QR codes, which are located in fixed locations, and the online live chat. These options are also anonymous means of making a complaint while in the library. Reporting at the University of Arizona Main Library for Wildcast, I'm Chelsea Hemphill.
If you're looking to join in on the Flappy Bird phenomenon, it might be too late. Creator Don Wynn has removed the mobile app from all app stores, saying he's not happy with the intense reception the game has had. Wynn said in a release that the game causes and he had no choice but to remove it. The game has been downloaded at least 50 million times, according to Wynn, and although he plans to continue making games, he has no plans on bringing back Flappy Bird.
You know, I actually have played it, and it's very frustrating, and my high score is 10.
Yeah,
so.
That game just angers me. My high score is 6.
Yeah, and I hear there's people buying phones with it installed for hundreds of dollars, so.
No, thank you.
There's a new way students without a car can get around to Tucson. Wildcast reporter Danielle Carpenter took a look at the new website, Zimride, that's saving UA students big bucks on transportation.
Many students, especially as freshmen, feel the need to have a car or get a cab to get from place to place. Many are not aware of the multiple programs offered by University of Arizona Parking and Transportation Services. One of the most not known treasures is Zimride, a carpool site just for students.
You log into it through zimride.arizona.edu, use your UA Net ID, and it's basically a program that takes the place of the old bulletin board where you can sign up for a ride to and from campus, or let's say you live up in Phoenix and you need a ride home for the weekend, you can sign up and find somebody that's heading that way.
Students who sign up for Zimride this semester are automatically entered into a contest for a free Kindle or a $100 gift card to the bookstore.
I think it's a great idea. Carpooling is always a good idea. Obviously save gas, save money. That's why we're in college, because I don't have a car and I would like to get around, you know, maybe go get some stuff at Walmart.
Zimride is, you know, it's really a free program. You just have to, you know, figure out how much you're going to pay for the ride and share it with the driver. But it's very inexpensive, and we're finding that, you know, students love it just for that reason.
I think a Kindle sounds pretty nice right about now. Sign up.
Reporting from University of Arizona Parking and Transportation, I'm Danielle Carpenter for Wildcast. After the break, see how Campus Health is promoting safe sex to students.
UATV 3 UATV 3 When I turn on the TV, I turn it to channel 3, cause they got all the greatest shows that I've been waiting to see. It's entertaining to me, cause it's pertaining to me and all the other Wildcats in the student body. We're broadcasting live to all the residence halls, so all y'all's in the halls, turn your TVs on to channel 3 for Sheezy, so you can see me and all the other happy people down at UATV 3.
Welcome back. Campus Health has a variety of resources available for U of A students. Some of these resources are even free. Wildcast reporter Karen Lizarraga took a closer look at one weekly program helping students stay safe.
Rebecca Black made it clear Friday was the best day of the week, but here at the University of Arizona, it's the day to get free condoms on the 3rd floor of Campus Health.
We are just here to promote safe sex, help reduce the incidence of unplanned pregnancies and the transmission of STIs. And we're also here to promote other services that Campus Health has to offer for the students.
According to the Center for Disease Control, about 20 million people in the United States have the virus. 1 out of 4 young adults between the ages of 15 and 24 contract a sexual transmitted disease every year, many contracting it at the beginning of college. About 80% of sexually active people will contract the virus at some point in their life.
I think it's a good idea that Campus Health gives out free condoms on Fridays because it promotes safe sex and it kind of raises the awareness that there are, bad things that can happen if you don't protect yourself.
Free Condom Friday is open from noon to 2 p.m. every Friday for any U of A student who desires to practice safe sex. So next time you are free on a Friday afternoon, make sure to stop by Campus Health for your free Condom Friday with no catch added. Reporting from the University of Arizona for Wildcast, I'm Karen Lizarraga.